That was the state of Cold War in the 70s.
The arms race continued, and by 1990, the US and the USSR had enough nuclear power to obliterate the world.
The problem of cooperation in general, and arms races in particular, can be modeled using game theory. Let us analyze the situation here. The US and the USSR each have two choices: to build nuclear weapons or not build nuclear weapons. The combinations can be represented by a matrix. Let us quantify these outcomes for each country. If they both decide not to build nuclear weapons, they can use the time and resources in constructive ways, like healthcare. If they both decide to build nukes, a lot of resources will be used without any relative improvement in security. Lastly, if a country decides to build nukes while the other doesn't, it will have a power advantage over the other. And vice versa. The countries are expected to play using a dominant strategy, choosing the best response to the other's choices. Let's say USSR chooses to build nukes. US will have to catch up with them. If the USSR doesn't build nukes, still the best option for the US is to build nuclear weapons. No matter what strategy USSR chooses, US's best response is always to build nuclear weapons. The same goes for the USSR. This outcome is called a Nash equilibrium. Although cooperation would have been best for both, the arms race continues. So, are we doomed? Not quite. Games like these are not one-off events, but played again and again over the course of time. If a player doesn't cooperate, the other player will refuse to cooperate in the future. The reduction in future cooperation greatly outweighs short-term gains from non-cooperation. To test this out, I invited 5 of my friends to play this game 30 times. Non-cooperation actually decreased as time went on. Thus we see cooperation is an equilibrium outcome for the superset of all the games. We have just verified the Folk theorem. And by 1991, the US and the USSR agreed to reduce their arsenals. Finally, the Cold War ended. So remember, next time you're in a conflict with someone, it is best to cooperate.